Looking to expand your playlist? Well, Fat Lowell's Radio has got you covered. Hear nerd culture get dissected on The Fickle Fanboy with RPM. Get your fill of uncensored talk radio with The Rob and Slim Show. Hear funny and interesting interviews on Unseriously Serious. Delve into the dark side of the internet with What the Fuck with Dan and Jess. Listen to the best unsigned musical acts on Rust Belt Pirate Radio. Get a higher perspective on film with Doobies and Movies. And if you're looking to get involved, air your grievances with all things nerdy with the League of Infuriated Nerds. All of these excellent shows and more await you at Fat Lowell's Radio. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, SoundCloud, and more. Fat Lowell's Radio, stuffed full of entertainment.
Alright, we back. Thank you for everybody for tuning in. My co-host, JR.504, can't be here. But I got two special guests, returning guests, taking his place. Y'all introduce yourselves. Anybody.
I'm Detroit Chris. I've been on one of these podcasts before, so you'll recognize my voice and my story. So excited to be here. That's me.
I'm Ant. Everybody knows me. Kyle calls me Marshmallow Hands.
Don't nobody know him.
Everybody knows Marshmallow Hands. Because I get Kyle in the gut.
Because he's number one at the campfire.
Yep.
This is hard marshmallows.
Alright, let's do this.
But we gotta go and jump right into it.
No
First-
intro? Where's that
first-
music at?
No, I'll put that in later.
What?
I'll put that in later. It would have started
Hey,
already
it gets me hype.
anyway.
It gets me hype.
They edited it in later. Okay,
Yeah, I'll
that's
split
fine.
it up. I'm putting it in later.
I want to hear it before we leave.
From the bottom. From the bottom. You know we go. The first topic is there a such thing as loyalty to a job? What y'all think?
It's a good way to end it because it's Friday.
Yeah.
I gotta be at work tomorrow. Nope.
Yeah. So you had to be to work tomorrow.
No, I don't.
No, if you did, would
No.
that change your
No,
answer?
I don't, though.
No. But I actually had a real deep conversation about this last week. We have an intern on our team, and I was trying to give her some advice for her career. And I was also talking to my neighbor a little bit about it because he works for a company, and he's very passionate about it. You know, he's a salesman. He pushes, and he's very loyal to it. But sometimes I feel like he doesn't understand how that relationship should really be. So in my opinion, when you
Between
work
an
for
intern or between customers?
no, just between you and your company.
Oh, okay.
So in my opinion, the way that relationship should be is like this. As a professional, you're always in business for yourself. You are not in business for that company. You are prideful and committed to the work you do for the company,
That's good.
but you are always in business for yourself, no matter what. Always have a contingency plan, because this is why. If you put too much into it and you become loyal to that company, you will be just utterly surprised if something happens and they got to make cuts and they drop you on a dime, because they're going to do whatever it takes for that company. You are, no matter what face or what mask they put on to say, you know, we love the little guy, we love you guys so much, all the work you do. When it comes down to that money, they'll cut you on
Or
the
if
dime.
it's you or them, you know who it's going to be.
It's
No
gonna
matter
be you.
what position, right?
And so you're not doing yourself any type of, you know, favors by putting everything you got into this company that's not doing the same to you. So it's always important to be in business for yourself, no matter what you do. You work hard and be prideful in your work, but you always be in business for yourself, and that's going to help you succeed, because at that point, you'll always have a plan for yourself, and you'll always be ready for any of that type of stuff to happen, because it happens to people.
Yeah, I had this conversation with my boss, and he goes, beginning of summer, he goes, yep, overtime, lots of overtime. I'm like, no. I got two. he's like, no, man,
no,
I don't need that, dude. I clock my 40 and that's it. But he's like, well, I was like, I told him straight up, I got little kids, I got a wife that I actually like.
You got a family.
I got a family, and he's like, not when you're working, you don't. I'm like, because at that point, I was like, I'll give you every other Saturday. I'll compromise. I mean, I like to think of myself as somewhat a company man. It's all compromise. I'll give you every other. And he hit me with that. I'm like, all right, you're working your way to no Saturdays now.
Is it because you were new?
No, I'm not new there.
Oh.
But I do good
you a
work,
foreman?
so they want me there. No.
Oh.
They just want me there. And I told them, straight up, you're working your way to no Saturdays to keep that up. I mean...
You ain't never lie about that. I wish somebody would talk to me.
That's
like
what I'm
that.
saying, dude.
Seriously,
that ain't happening.
Yeah, I don't. You know, it's all right to have work friendships,
Yeah.
but you
They
know,
don't- They don't ask me no more.
Damn lie.
I haven't worked
Damn
overtime
lie.
in like a month.
But let's keep it real there. You know, that's like a worker to worker thing, and
Yeah.
you know.
Well, and it'd be different if he didn't have kids. That dude's got kids too.
so he should
Well,
understand.
He should-
he
that's
put,
what I'm
well, he
saying.
put money in
Yeah,
before
that's
him.
what I'm saying, dude. I don't put my job before my kids and my wife.
So is it smart to have a second job?
It's tough to have a career and have a second job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you're working at McDonald's, I mean, you better have a second job. But we all got good careers, I feel like, and it's it's tough to put. Yeah, I got all my eggs in that basket, I guess.
It depends on what your goals are. So, I have 2 jobs. I do. And as a professional, you know, I just want to keep expanding, you know, my repertoire of things that I can do in the field that I work in.
Yeah, put more
And
tools in your bucket.
It's difficult, but I'm able to manage those 2 jobs, and that's what makes it powerful. If you're not able to manage it, then you should not do that. You have to be able to do quality work with both. If you get yourself to that type of position, then you do it. But it's
still
also
being able
got
to
to
make
make
time.
sense, right?
Yeah.
It's also got to make sense. So, you know, how is your effort being rewarded if you're doing 2 jobs and you're making like $12 an hour for $24 an hour, and all that time and energy is going in to do 2 jobs? Is it really worth it? And that's really what it is: understanding what your value is and if it makes sense to do that. And just from a young professional's perspective, if any young professionals are out there listening, you are doing yourself a disservice if you become loyal to a company. Let's say if you're a young professional and you start working for a company when you're 18 and you're still working there and you're 35 years old, your ceiling is small.
Especially if you're in the same spot you
Yeah,
were
I'm
when you were
thinking
18.
if you were there that long, you
Tell
had
me
to move
about it.
up.
You better be
You
in
had to
charge.
move up.
Yeah.
But even if you do, like I'm talking about, let's say you're successful, you know, that's you moving toward the ceiling that you got, but it's still so small. You're depriving yourself of other working experiences and building other skills so that later in life, when you're ready to take that professional step where you devote more of your working energy to a company, you know, you're more equipped. You can make more money. You can do more things, and your ceiling is so much higher. So that's the thing about being loyal to a job. Being loyal to a job, it's just it's not very smart in my opinion.
Do you think a person loyal to a job because they get comfortable in the money they make?
That's what I was gonna say. It's tough leaving.
Yeah, because then you know
it's
when
tough.
you like if you're at a job for a while, 9 out of 10 you move up to a certain position.
Yeah.
But then if you leave that job and go somewhere else, you
Well,
end up back at the bottom,
that's
starting
not
over most of the
Yeah,
time.
and you know, like Chris was saying, people get cut, and it's bottom man that gets
Yeah,
cut.
that's the bad part
Yeah,
too.
but the tough part about it is if people get complacent, bills are getting paid, you got a little spending money, you're all right with your job. You don't want to leave that, but you know, there's always something better out there. I feel like.
Yeah, you don't have to move down. You can move lateral. Sometimes you can move up.
Yeah.
So it just depends on, you know, your plan of attack, but always have something in place before you leave what you have now, unless, you know, of course you get cut, which is the worst case scenario. But there's so many different types of people. There's the people who get comfortable. There's the people who are all about work. They don't have anything outside
They don't
of
got
it.
no life.
And then there's some people like me and Ant who have kids and a family and things that they value more than being loyal to a job.
Work's second for sure.
Exactly. We work hard, you know, at our job.
Oh yeah, when
passionate
we're
about
there.
what we
Oh
do.
yeah.
But that's not what life's about. And I've seen them all. I got people on my team that are just just work, and they expect you to do that. And I'm like, no, I'm not staying after and doing this.
Yep.
You should have gave it to me when I could perform it within
And
my
it's
8
like,
hours. You know what I mean?
And quitting time, don't call my phone. Don't text me. Don't call me. Don't ask for nothing. I'll see you Monday.
All you people know, everybody in here knows somebody who's comfortable, right? And everybody in here has
I'm
probably been
comfortable.
comfortable.
Me
Right.
too.
Everybody's
I'm
probably
comfortable.
been comfortable. When I was younger, I was real comfortable in the position that I was in too, but I just had that moment of clarity.
Yeah.
But, you know, and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean,
I would
depending
say,
on what you're trying to do.
Because I like my job. You know,
Yeah.
my job is, there's so much you can do. I mean, I'm doing layout, I can do welding, I can hang metal. There's so much you can do. And, you know, like you were saying, be a little more versatile. I can be versatile within the company I'm in. Because everyone who can hang metal can't weld. So if you can throw welding into that bucket, on top of layout into that bucket, on top of detailing into that bucket, you know what I mean? Just keep adding on to your little tool belt there.
That's the
Make
blueprint
yourself
for
employable.
success, right?
Yeah.
You gotta have that Batman utility belt ready to go. You gotta add stuff to that belt because it makes you that much more valuable. And so when Ant gets in the position where they're like, "Oh, you gotta work overtime. You don't have a choice." He's like, yeah, I do have a choice," because he knows what his value is.
Or when they make cuts, you know,
Exactly.
if someone can do a little bit of everything as opposed to one-dimensional kind of a person, you know, they're going to keep.
So let me ask y'all this: what would you tell your younger self when you first started working?
Leave
Now.
McDonald's earlier. Dude, I worked there way too long. Way too long.
What would you tell yourself?
And it was back to that thing. Sorry to interrupt. It was just that, dude, I was comfortable. My bills were getting paid, a little bit of money.
Spending money.
Yeah, I was a little spending money.
And you knew how to do everything there, so it was
I was a manager there, yeah.
Brother, you were young though. I mean, all of us were younger.
Yeah, I quit when I was 20 and I got a big boy job.
There ain't no such thing as a contingency plan when you're a young man. I mean, it really isn't unless you got somebody drilling you, like a mentor. Like, you got to have one.
Yeah.
You don't learn those skills until you get older, if you're lucky.
Yeah.
I would tell my
I just
younger
kind of
self.
fell into my job, which was nice.
I'd tell my younger self two things. One, go ahead and start working on becoming more technical at a younger age. I probably could have made a better professional career for myself.
Yeah.
And two, do not go to school and use student loans.
Oh, I forgot about that. Who you telling? I got student loans and I don't even use it.
So,
I graduated for nothing.
Yeah, and I really don't know how much my degree really contributes to the work that I do, which makes it even worse. They just look, on my resume, he's got a degree, but it doesn't matter. And then, they put me in a pay bracket that's less than some of the people on my team because they have master's degrees and I have bachelor's degrees, and I do way more work than them, and I'm more valuable.
And they still come to you.
And so I'm trying to reassess things with the company, and I'm going to... Actually, these are things I've been talking about recently. So I have a meeting to have a conversation with my boss next week about stuff. I'm like, hey, you need to start compensating me for my value on this team.
Right.
Otherwise, you're not going to have that, and it'll be detrimental if they didn't have it.
So do you think a college degree is valuable still in today's workforce?
Not as valuable as it was.
Yeah.
And it depends on how you get it.
Yeah.
Don't do student loans, people. Even if you got to go to... There's no difference from a community college degree to a university degree.
What a horrible start.
You know what's strange about that? Is you can go and get a $60,000 loan for college.
You
quick.
Can't get that for a car.
But then if you go out just and try to get the loan, you can't get it there.
Yeah.
But they quick to put you in debt if you go to school.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Without no second thoughts.
What a bad
if you want
start,
60, here you go. Yeah.
Here's your diploma along with a $100,000 debt. Have fun paying that off for the rest of your life.
Then you get a job that's underneath what you need to pay for that.
Then you're working to pay it back.
You're working backwards.
The capitalism cycle, man. I'm telling you, this is horrible.
So do you think you're going to tell your kids to go to college? When they get older?
Not necessarily, no.
I'm actually into the trades. Like, it's a good gig, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
they are good.
My journeymen make $51 an hour, full benefits, 401ks, 2 pensions.
That's nice.
I mean,
that's real good. I know.
How long have he?
You got it. So you start out at I think it's at 21 an hour right now. It's starting, and then it's a 5-year program. It's 5 years of school, but you don't pay for any of it. So like we all pay union dues, which mine are like $28 a month. I'll pay union dues, and you go to school, and that's what pays for it. Our contributions pay for it.
Yeah.
And they pay for your school. It's a 5-year program. It's one full week, like every 3 months. You go to school instead of work.
But you still get paid.
They let you collect unemployment for that week.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, and
very valuable.
Yeah, and so
that's good.
And every 6 months you get like a $2.50 raise because it works by percentage. You start off making 45% of what a journeyman makes, And then in 6 months, you start 50%, 55%. So you get like a $2.50 raise every 6 months or so.
What?
Until you journey out after your 5-year apprenticeship.
Damn,
Yeah,
fantastic.
it's
There's
great.
a lot of great opportunity there.
It's hard work, but it's good money.
But it's hard work, but
You got the ethic.
Yeah. And
after a while, it probably get pretty easy.
Oh yeah.
Guess it's just like any job. Like your job probably was hard at first, and now it's probably like real easy.
I'll tell you this though, what I'm gonna tell my kids, I'm gonna say, if you don't want to go to college, that's your choice, but you need to have a plan. And if you want to do something, like if you want to be a musician, you're gonna have to be good, the best. You're gonna have to be the best. Like you can, and that means that you're gonna have to work tirelessly at it.
Yep.
If you're gonna be a ball player, you're gonna make it to the NBA. So it's extremes to everything. If you don't want to go that route, that's fine, but just be the best at what you do.
So for them to like become a rapper and a ball player, but like when would they start though? Because they just can't start once they get out of school. Like for basketball.
No. I mean, I'm saying that if they have, if they have a talent in something, they say, I just want to go do that.
Yeah.
Like let's say one of my kids was a musician, or one of my kids really good at soccer. It's like, I want to play soccer. I'm like, if that's what you want to do, and you don't want to go to school, I mean, I would suggest maybe later on you reconsider that and you go to school when maybe you can afford it. Or if you want to play,
or use soccer to get to school.
Exactly. So
that'd be smart.
But you could use a lot of stuff, even music, to get to school.
Yep.
But whatever you do, you're gonna have to be really good at it to succeed.
Yep.
Because there's other people out there that are good. When you're not practicing, they're practicing. They got to be good at it. So that's all I want them to know. They don't have to go that route if they don't want to.
I just don't want my kids to go get in debt.
Yeah. No, because it's tough getting out of debt.
Oh man, who you telling?
And they set you
it's
up
still
for
senior
that.
citizens paying their stuff off.
Well, but tell me why they be setting you up for debt. Do you remember, like,
that's what I'm saying? It's a horrible start.
And I got the student loan debt, but then on top of that, you start getting all these credit cards.
Did you get that? They came to your campus. They came so quick to our campus.
They don't play. They get
you. You can tell when everybody got the credit card.
Yeah.
Because when they came to our campus, man, next thing you know, everybody had on new clothes. Like everybody walking, and that's all you do is like, let me go max out this credit card.
There's predators,
but then
man.
the thing, they'll start off with 200. Then you be like, what? I got raised to 5? I didn't even know this. Let's go get this other 3. Then they just kept going up. Man.
Yeah, it's just awful. It's just like, here's all this debt. But I agree with the trade route. I agree with, whatever they really, truly want to do. I think that that's a great opportunity.
Yeah.
That some people who, are good at that stuff. Like,
and it's funny because it's so looked down upon. Like you see like carpenters or whatever the people working on the side of the road. That dude working on the side of the road holding the sign that says slow and flips it to stop. That boy make like $33 an hour with full benefits.
They do.
That's fantastic. I wish that my wife's little brother, would do something like that. He's got some skills.
I don't know what I want.
Drive.
Yeah, you got it's
you gotta have
it.
Yeah.
There's tangibles as a person that you have to have.
Yeah. I think that comes from doing sports too, though.
Yeah, it plays a part in it. Sports are great for kids. Teach them discipline, teach them how to listen, follow directions, coordination,
work as
intelligence. Yeah, absolutely.
Dude, I saw this thing. It was pretty cool. It said, "Uncoachable kids are unteachable kids."
That's right.
Ain't that the truth?
Fantastic.
Well, all right. Let's move on to number 2. The number 2 topic. How many times does a person get to burn their bridge with you?
One.
Just once?
One time.
Ain't no second chances?
Nope.
Dang.
Let's hear that, honey. Don't screw up.
What about you, Chris?
No, but for real, don't screw up.
To be honest with you, it really does depend on which bridge you burn. You burn in my Golden Gate Bridge, then no. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
what is
and that's
considered
like
the Golden Gate Bridge? What's considered the Golden Gate Bridge?
Probably my wife, like him.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can't mess with the wife stuff. Your wife is your Bonnie. She's with you, ride or die, take care of you like you take care of her, love you like you love her. On a daily basis. So there can be no betrayal there. But as for everybody else, I keep it like this: it's easier for you if I vibe with you to earn my trust. Like I trust you, and I trust you on a basic level. We haven't, we're not as personal as a lot of my older friends, but I trust you guys. I like being in your company, and I consider you friends. And it's easy to get that from me, but when you betray that,
I'm the opposite.
Yeah, I know we talked about this.
I don't like anybody.
Do you remember we talked about this?
Anybody.
this
Y'all are lucky I'm here right now.
This is what we talked about. Remember?
Yeah,
I said, but if you betray that trust, there's no going back. I don't.
You know who's the same way as Kyle? He's the same way as you. That boy like everybody. That boy will talk to anybody.
Well, I'll probably talk to anybody.
You would too, yeah.
But it depends on how close I get to you. Like, cause I don't really invite people over here.
I feel you out first, I feel you out first. You have to vibe.
I don't. Nope.
So it's good to know that when I first met Ann, he didn't like me. He's like, "Who is this?"
I didn't say that.
No, it takes a while to earn that.
I think he had no choice but to respect me because I think I dropped like 11 points on him. We were going to 12.
Yeah, I was going to the bathroom. He dropped 11 out of 20 shots on me, so pretty good.
Ian was upstairs training, hitting the pads. You were dropping 11 points on him.
Yeah, he put it up 22 times, but he hit 11 of them, so that's good.
Hey, that's all that. As long as we win, that's what I'm saying.
They were They were layups.
He got you on that one.
I don't know. I think
Coach got you running suicides, missing 50% of your
It's hard. It's hard for me to trust, so I go off a person's character until they mess up.
I go a lot. That's why I think
I see how they interact with people and stuff like that.
I'm kind of like that. I think that's why I connect well with you guys because I see how family's a big thing to me and how you guys, you're family men. So I respect that a lot. That's why I gravitate to that a lot.
Well, I think I gravitate to people who doing positive stuff, who want something.
Yeah.
Like,
always pushing.
Yeah, like people who want something out of life. Like, that's who I be messing with. Like, I can't be messing with a person that be like, "Hey, what you do today?" None. just chilling, sitting back watching TV.
Hey, sometimes doing none's nice.
Well, then you call again tomorrow. Like, "Hey, man, what's up? What's going on?" None. Just like the same thing. Then they be like, "Man, I just watched my five."
We ain't gonna do something.
Don't judge them off that, because sometimes I'd be like, for a week, I ain't doing nothing. Sometimes
but then like sometimes they don't be working though.
It don't work because my wife be making my schedule.
See, no, sometimes they don't work or nothing. Like they ain't doing nothing though.
Time you get up today? I don't know, like 1 or 2 p.m.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Depending on what day it is.
My uncle used to say, "No respectable man sleeps past 10 a.m."
Dude, I haven't slept past 10 a.m. and
it's hard.
I can't even sleep past.
I don't care if my kids are out the house.
I work at night.
Yeah,
I work at night and I can't sleep past 10.
That's crazy.
Oh, that's right. I forgot you work.
To be honest with you, I really don't know what it is. I'm just good at people. Like I don't know if I can't remember a time where I've been wrong about the people, and I hope that continues. But I always project consistency because I feel like I have integrity, I'm loyal, I'm nice, and I value friendship. So as long as I'm always consistent, I feel like I'll be able to learn who people are easier. Yeah, you know what I mean. So I don't really.
See, I'm not. No, I'm all those except for nice. I mean, you gotta show me something for me to even entertain.
Come in, let me punch you in the face a little bit.
Yeah, a couple times.
Anybody come up there and go a couple rounds, I put a lot of respect to. Oh yeah.
Or he'll like you if you let him score on you too.
Hey man, you be ragging at him, but
I put that lockdown D.
We worked on some stuff, and he be boxing out, rebounding, hitting shots now. Yeah, he's running now.
Hey,
That's all he gotta say. It's been a long time since he hit a couple shots.
I think one Saturday he was going off. We were playing. He was on the other team. And they were he was on my team because they kept leaving him open.
Dude, it was odd.
So he was on your team looking good. Did he give you your props though for helping him look good?
Nah, he was.
See now, look, now.
Hey, you hear that? You hear that?
You got to take care of the people on your team that people don't respect. Because I'm like, hey, I know you can hit that shot. So I'll pass him the ball and I'll be like, oh, that's wet.
Tell him that again. Tell him that again. Now, when I tell him that, he'll be like, "Now, Cal, I don't get them type of props."
See, it's different.
I had him.
Chris don't miss easy breakaway layups.
Hey, listen. He was winning that day. He was looking good, scoring all his shots. I had everybody looking good. I don't get no props though. I don't get no props. It's alright though.
Yeah, he's killing it, man. I won't forget that. He was on it. They were
Hey,
like,
me
"Damn,
either."
he's
But
hitting
he do
everything."
hustle.
forget that.
He do
Yeah,
hustle.
because they were like, "Oh, he's hitting everything today. We're gonna have to."
I
be
only had
up."
a couple
And then,
drives.
Yeah, you were.
But I
you were
can't
on
lie.
it
I
that
do
day.
like to see him get mad when his team ain't playing defense.
I think it's because that's all I know how to do is play defense. Because my
Hey.
cardio's so good, that's all I do.
When his teammates ain't playing, oh boy, that's some funny stuff when they get mad.
I don't know why that's funny.
I got to see that.
You ain't seen that?
I don't get mad
He
too
get
often
the,
on
he
the
get
court.
the yelling out there and everything.
I don't get mad too
There's
often.
some people.
I don't
you
put
got-
up. I don't
you got
put
a
up.
shorter leash for some people out there.
Me?
Though. Yeah.
Oh,
there's
yeah.
some people you don't like.
Oh yeah. What?
Like,
Yeah. the
man,
people.
that guy runs his mouth so much. I just want to get him
Well,
upstairs, like
then I
quick
shut-
on the mat.
My
That's probably
wife.
why he want to get me up there.
My wife said that we were. She came down with me and was just on her phone or something when I was playing, and she goes, "Why are you always talking mess to somebody? Why are you always talking shit?"
You do talk a lot.
Well, just the people who talk back.
Yeah, people
Are you-
sometimes run their mouth. Yeah.
Isn't that calling the kettle black a little bit, Cal? I talk a lot.
No, mine just regular.
Yeah.
You know, mine just. I don't.
That's
I
a
can't
normal
help.
day for Cal.
Yeah, I can't help. You
I
know.
don't
You know.
if talk
you got a
unless
lot-
I like
You know
it.
how hard that was
Yeah.
at Hoop Fest. Like we couldn't talk stuff to the people. Man, that
Why?
was- Cause you get a. They get a free throw.
Oh, really?
Or a tech. Was it a tech or a free throw? Yeah. So
Oh.
yeah.
They're being a little lenient though, because I was like, man, some of these guys calling me stupid.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
they were being a little bit more
Yeah, that
lenient
was-
than usual.
that
You
was
should have
fun.
seen some of them other games. They were definitely being lenient, giving out warnings and stuff. Some of the people were going at it.
Really?
That was a good time though. That was good.
Yeah, that was fun. I think everybody should try that at least
At
once.
least one time. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
cool.
Nah, I'm good. I ain't trying to embarrass
still
myself
doing-
for that many people.
We still doing Emerald Downs though, right? If I get Cassidy in,
Cass said he in.
all right,
Cassidy and Jerry.
Jerry. Okay.
Seth said he gonna be back, but I think he gonna be having a baby around that time.
Yeah, I know. I don't want to push him through all.
Yeah.
that.
Where's he at right now?
He
He's
over
in.
East Coast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he over there in
Cool.
what, New Hampshire?
He gonna be back Monday.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I've seen that cat in a minute.
That's my dude.
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
But this is a good question right here because with the social media and everybody taking pictures and videos of flying, do material things equal success now?
Nah, not necessarily. Goes back to that debt thing. I mean, just doesn't mean you're successful just because you got nice stuff.
So you see a guy like a Lambo or Ferrari, would you consider him successful? And they be rich. You see a person in
Yeah.
a nice European car and they
And
be broke.
And they live in that thing.
Yeah, they be
Yeah.
broke, you know. And
It
I was
also
like,
depends on how you measure success.
That's what
Yeah,
I was
you're
gonna
right.
say. Depends on how you measure success. Success ain't got no dollar sign on mine. I've been, crap gutter poor in Detroit, and I make really good money right now for my family, and as long as those moments that are happy, I'll never forget those. So
Yeah.
I consider that having
My
a
4-year-old
successful
still
life.
runs out the door when I get home from work. Still, that's success right there.
Yeah.
and I think
Yeah.
my success is being able to give my kids a lifestyle that I didn't have.
Yep.
Yeah.
Where they don't have to
That's
really
success
worry
right
about
there.
a lot of stuff, you know.
But I'm gonna talk about what you just said. So let me tell you why that Lambo guy ain't success. I came from Arizona.
You can't put a car seat in
Arizona
a Lambo.
has the most $300 or $30,000 millionaires you ever seen in your life. These dudes will go around flaunting these cars.
Who said
that they rent.
$30,000
That's what they're called.
I like that.
That's what they called, and they're called in Scottsdale, Arizona, $30,000 millionaires. They'll rent these like real nice cars, flaunt them around like it's really their whips. Post pictures of stacks of money, but they're making like $30K a year. So you just really never know. I think it comes down to people who just post and post and post, have a lot of self-esteem issues.
Yeah.
It could be because they're just looking for people to acknowledge them. Acknowledge they say this. Oh, just looking for somebody to acknowledge them. There's no real reason to put it out there. On social media, I don't really like posting stuff. I'm
Oh,
I
man.
post
It's
pictures of my
because-
kids from my family.
yeah. So
Yeah.
I mean, there's stuff that you do post, but like
Or funny stuff.
yeah, funny stuff. But it's like, man, it's really hard for me to like post, hey, I'm gonna be here, or
Oh.
tagging in this. I can't do that because I'm from the hood.
Oh.
Yeah.
And, like, I don't want nobody trying to catch me
You
slipping
sound like
because they
me.
know my time.
Yeah.
So like every time my wife be posting stuff, like we went on a cruise, I'm
Now
like,
wait till we get
don't
back.
tag us like where we are. You know what I mean? Or You know what I mean? She's a little bit more open
You
about
sound like
that.
It's not
She
even-
posts on social media maybe like 25 times as much
You
as I
sound
do.
like my girl.
Dude,
But,
and it's not even about them trying to catch me slipping. It's like I just don't care. I don't care that you went to Baskin Robbins today. That's
See,
just
you look, but you're looking
Well,
from
no,
another
I'm
person's
thinking
perspective.
from my
I'm thinking
perspective.
about from
I
my
don't like to
perspective.
let people know
Right.
my every move.
Exactly. I don't give a
You
crap
know.
about
no,
everybody
I'm
else
saying
doing.
the same thing. I'm just saying I know people don't give a damn what I did today.
Shoot, people try to catch you slipping.
Yeah,
That's
that's
what I always
different.
say. But it's just your mentality.
I
Like,
was
I
say
don't-
y'all know we're in Bonnie Lake, right?
if I could put a
I don't-
security, I don't play me. If I could put
hey.
a security door on my house with lock and stuff, I do that. I'm just, when you come from that mentality, that's the way
Yeah,
you
no,
are.
I get
I
it.
know. I still lock all the doors.
3 weeks ago, we had some freaking drug addict fools scoping out our neighborhoods, came knocking on doors. One dude was trying to open up house doors and stuff.
What?
And I just miss it every time something happened. And I said, look, they're coming in this neighborhood because during the day, all they see is these stay-at-home moms and old people. But they don't know that the moment they see anybody that's aggressive or anybody that looks like they, might be intimidating, it's never worth it in that neighborhood anymore.
Nope.
And so that's why I'm like, I need to catch these guys. I need to catch them.
Start
But-
cleaning my guns on the porch.
But the funny thing is that I guess one day the dude was trying to open doors and stuff, and then somebody called the cops, and the cops were looking around. They didn't catch him, but I think that spooked them away because we haven't seen him in the neighborhood again. But they better not come back to my neighborhood because I don't play that. Like I
Oh, we
said, it's
don't
that
play
mentality thing,
Yeah.
man. When you grow up on the block, it's a little bit different. So
Well, I think it depends on where you grow up at. Because
Yeah.
some people around here grew up real comfortable, and they don't know that type of world. It's like a whole nother world to them.
don't you feel like you're more valuable when you know both?
Oh,
know what I
yes,
mean?
you
Like,
are.
You have different experiences. So
Yeah.
you-
But probably because you watch things different than everybody else. Like a car keep riding through, some people be like, "Oh, they lost." You'd be like,
Nah,
"Wait a
man, nah,
minute,
what's
man.
happening?"
Yeah, how many times they gonna ride through here? They already been through here a couple of times. They scoping something out." Yeah, somebody walking.
They
up the
could
street.
really be lost too. I
Yeah,
don't
for
know,
real.
but it's just that mentality, man.
No,
He's
I
like,
make sure I
you're
get my eye
paranoid.
contact.
I'm like, nah.
Yeah, I make sure I give them eye contact when you're riding by.
I tell my wife all the time when she's out or she's like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. I'll text her or I'll tell her. I said, be safe and smart.
Yeah.
I always say that to her.
Well, yeah, that makes sense.
Especially when she has
these
kids.
days.
Yep.
Be on
These
your
days,
toes.
some people
Be
just
aware.
dumb. There's
Yeah.
some dumb people out there these days.
Yeah.
Yeah, up there.
We're talking broad
Putting,
daylight
holding the
dumb.
babies, loading groceries in the car, texting their phone, not looking out anywhere around them for what's happening. I mean, you're just like easy prey. And Lord knows I pray nothing ever happens to anybody like that, but stuff happens on a daily basis, and you got to be on your guard. So safe and smart are my two main words that I tell her when she goes out.
Well, you know what the bad part about today's society is?
With that,
How much time we
Something,
got?
something can be happening, and a person won't even help. They will
Isn't
sit there
that-
and
film it.
Bro, I saw this video of this kid. He was maybe 15, getting into an argument with a lady. She's probably 30, and he just goes straight up and just decks her in the face.
Oh my goodness!
And there's quote unquote men just standing around watching this and laughing. I'm like, are you joking me?
What, you hear about the person drowning, and the person sitting there filming it?
Did you hear
Sorry,
about the
what?
girl last week? The girl that freaking rolled her car over and recorded her sister dying?
Oh, I heard about
Yeah,
that.
that's big
so
right
she
now.
tried to get in an accident?
No, she got in an accident 'cause she was messing around on her phone, and she rolled the car over. And there was two girls in there. One was her sister. The other girl, she went to the hospital. She survived, but she was like recording her sister as she was dying. Like she was like, "Yeah, I'm probably gonna go to jail for life. My life's over. I done killed my sister. Look at this, but I'm gonna keep it real." Blah blah. It's like keep it real.
Did
Didn't
her sister die?
Her sister died, right?
Oh.
Dang.
Wow.
Yeah, so we hit a new low every day. Like people are ridiculous, and like I'm like, if you're not going to change your lifestyle in that regard, at least put it, prop your phone up with the video going and go help.
Yeah.
Do something, man. What's wrong with these people?
Well, you
I
know
don't
what's
get
bad
it,
now? Is now you get celebrated if you do stop something done. It used to be the other way around.
Yeah.
Now they put you on the news if you do something helping a person out.
Yeah.
And now it used to be like they put the dumb people on, but now it's so much dumb stuff that when you do something smart, now they put you on TV.
Like you're supposed to be recognized for doing what you're supposed to do.
It's like you see
Supposed to,
somebody,
right.
you see somebody choking and you go help them. Now they celebrating it now.
I know.
And
somebody came to help.
Yeah.
Oh my God! It's like,
Yeah, as they should.
Yeah.
But someone don't die.
well, I don't know. That's what I say. People ain't smart as you think they are no
Yeah.
more.
man,
Common
society
sense ain't
is
so
just
common
changing.
anymore.
Oh man.
You wanna know?
God, I hope my kids aren't dummies.
But listen, how are you gonna know? Hey, no, listen. How are you gonna know besides street smarts? Because I'll tell you this: they changed schools so much, I can't even help my kid.
Yeah.
I can't even help them.
Yep.
Like
What you mean?
they grade them like 1, 2, 3,
Oh,
4.
yeah,
I don't
1,
know
2,
what that
yeah.
means. And then like the math that they teach them is
Yeah.
totally different. The math that we used
My
to
kid's
do.
a pork
They
rider.
do everything on a freaking Chromebook, and you can't even get to the work. They don't even have homework. It's like, dang, you don't even
Yeah.
have homework. How are you gonna learn about responsibility?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, that's funny you said that.
My
That's-
kid's
that's
report card
challenging.
was all ones. I don't know if that's good or bad.
I think that's
Well,
No,
it said
4 is supposed to be good.
4 is good. Well,
Well,
I don't
she's
know
in
what grade.
preschool.
She's in
Yeah,
preschool.
Oh,
she's
yeah,
in
that's
preschool,
probably one.
so I think ones are
Well,
good.
no, my little girl,
So we can't tell.
my girl was doing simple math, but the way that they showed
Yeah,
it
exactly.
was so confusing.
It's that
And I'm
called
like-
Common Core? Is that what that's called?
Yep.
And I was like, well, they don't show you how to do it like this.
Yeah, dude. The way
easy way,
the
like,
way to
what?
get to 2 + 2 in Common Core, I can't even.
It's nuts.
Yeah.
But
I don't
why
understand.
change something that it's like they thought that, you know, society was having a hard time understanding math in that regard, but I don't feel like we really were. You
No.
know? So I don't understand why they changed that, but I can't help. Like, you're basically putting parents at a disadvantage because they can't help.
Oh, you showed.
It's hard to track. I don't know
think
anything
it's
the brain
money.
is doing until I get that report card that comes home and I see those numbers. But there's no way. We were in Arizona and we were back on normal terms when he was a little bit younger. Every time he was doing bad in something, I could help him improve in that. We get him like books or something. If he was doing bad at writing, have him write every day, you know. And then he'd do fantastic. But then once they start changing things, it's like they're putting like a disconnect between you and your kids. So just make sure you train your kids to be street smart.
Oh man.
Oh yeah.
Like, train them about that debt that happens when they get out of high
So
school.
now that's
train them
something
about,
funny right there.
you know, all the things that you don't get trained about.
Yeah. Like how to
Credit.
taxes, checkbooks.
Taxes,
Yeah, because they don't teach that stuff.
Nope.
Oh,
My dad
Like,
always.
they teach you social studies and science
Yeah, that-
and
Yeah, my dad caught me a cool trick
I
with
can't
my
remember
with
that.
my checkbook. He's always saying like if you spend like let's say you spend $750, write down 8 because that starts racking up. That because you subtract 8 from your number and you actually got 50 cents extra.
Yeah.
And over time, start building a good
Start
chunk of
building
change in
money,
there.
hey, that is smart. I don't know why they don't teach that little street stuff.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm telling you, Luke, that's just street smarts. I think if you're proficient, you understand, you know, how to live in the world, and you're street smart, I think you'll succeed no matter what. You just got to.
I think street smart's more useful than book smarts.
Oh,
Like you said, social studies. I haven't used social studies since I took taking
studies.
tests in high school.
do you
in
need
high
to know
school?
all this stuff?
In high school, it's like history.
I-
History is already biased and.
But
Yeah.
depending on where you at.
See, here's the
they don't
here's-
teach you
Yup.
real history.
Yup.
Like forever, I could have swore I thought Columbus discovered the U.S. And then like, wait, the natives here. But why do we have a day celebrating discovering if he didn't even discover it?
Exactly. That's my point. It's like it's so skewed and
Yeah,
biased.
but we also got to understand the reason for teaching that stuff. We do need history teachers. We do need scientists. So I understand introducing to a point and seeing if it sparks an interest.
I don't mind the teachers, man. They're just teaching you what the books say, but the books
Yeah.
are definitely skewed and
But-
biased. If you go see history in another country, guarantee it'd be skewed and biased to those countries too.
Yeah.
I bet Russia won every war they've ever been.
Russia can
You
do
know what
no
I'm saying?
wrong
Like,
in Russia.
Oh, you're right. I didn't even think about that.
So, it's, North Korea is like, we are dominant.
So
You
now
know,
that-
like all this
now-
stuff. You
now
never
you
know.
just got
you
me
know what I mean?
thinking. Did the U.S. really win all the wars like they said?
I mean, does
If
any
you just
war?
said, like you just said, Russia.
I think that the outcomes
change
are
it.
the same,
Yeah.
but I don't think that we
In
got
war,
the full story. Like,
does
how-
anybody ever win though?
Not
Yeah,
really.
that's what I'm
You know what I
wondering.
mean?
Especially
Like,
in
you
the
just say,
end.
I quit.
Anybody? Yeah.
Like, what the-
Like, is that
yeah,
white flag a real thing?
Yeah, after 1,000 people die, you're like, I quit.
Yeah.
Like, what the-
But I'll tell you something. There's nothing worse
Ah,
than
snap. Maybe
the
next time,
Vietnam
boys.
slaughter. That Vietnam slaughter was just unbelievable. All them like,
We were on their land, man. That's tough.
but like all the people here, that shipped over there. These the people, and it just it's unbelievable. And then if you come back with a drug habit or with a disease, or that's just awful. And we knew we were wrong. And in the history books, they still act like we had won that war.
Yeah.
We didn't. If there's one that we definitely lost, it was that one.
That was a slaughterhouse right there.
I digress on that.
Yeah.
We can go on about that for forever.
Well, that's a good one. I guess that'll go on and get us into the next question then. What you think about the Trump transgender service
I'll
rule?
let Ian lead on this one.
The transgender can't serve kind of thing.
Yeah, what do you think about that?
It's the hot topic.
Yeah, right. Well, what's unfortunate about society right now is you can speak on for or against this. You're gonna get backlash either way.
Yeah.
So let's just dive into it. I mean, I don't care. I understand the issue with it. I understand, I understand people feeling uncomfortable about it. I get that. But I had no idea how many transgender people there were in the military already. Like, I don't know the exact number, but I know there's,
I
think
think
it was like 9 or 10% or something like it was
already in the service.
Yeah, it was a crazy number, and it's been all
don't
cool
keep
until then. I haven't heard about it until now. I just think, me being straight male born that way, I couldn't understand wanting to go the other way. And that's I feel like that's different than being gay. There's a difference between being gay and wanting to go transgender. I can't understand either of them really, but I really can't understand the transgender thing.
So just remember that they're correlated. So I'll speak on this.
Do you think they're correlated? Because there's a transgender person.
I'll explain to you why. I think
transgender person at work who is a female that wants to be male, but is still into males. You see what I'm saying? Like, heterosexually, God-given parts, they made sense. She's a female, wanting to be with males. But now she wants to go to male to be with males. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but in a scientific test, you don't have to be 100% right for it to be, considered a positive. It can be 95, 80, whatever. It's just got to be over a certain threshold. So what I mean by that, and that's a good scenario. But first and foremost, to address the topic at hand is that I don't mind because, you're going to be in an uncomfortable situation so many times in your life. And that's really the underlying factor is that people would be uncomfortable with it. But when you're out there at war and that person saves your life, that's the last thing you're going to be thinking about. And I read this article about the Navy SEAL that's transgender and all the things he's done for our country and still ready to go out there and do work for our country. And I said, let him go out there and do work. And I think that it's just a regression.
So here's my thing with that is the whole. I don't disagree that the transgender Navy SEAL that's cool, but Navy SEALs that don't get recognition because they're not transgender. Like if we're gonna be real about it, let's not be biased. Just because you're transgender doesn't make you any more special for doing the same stuff that other Navy SEAls do. You know what I mean? Just because he had
to be on the pedestal.
Yeah,
for doing the same thing.
For doing the same job. Yeah, that's like you and I having the same job, me going transgender and me getting more praise for doing the same thing. We got so many people out there. It's tough to say, hey, this person's transgender. Look at what they've done when you got this guy who's doing the same thing, but not getting any recognition.
Well, let me ask y'all this question.
But hold on, that's not entirely fair though, because it wasn't really an issue until Trump brought it up. They didn't ask for that.
Yeah, but that's the topic right now. Though
they've been there and they haven't been in the spotlight until this became an issue.
But why jump in the spotlight?
I know
you're already there. Let it be that. You know what I'm saying?
You said 9-10%, right?
Yeah.
And that means this has been happening for a while.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering,
that's what I'm saying. So why all of a sudden
I wonder what
I'm
happened
trans,
now.
I do this, just let it be that.
Something happened now that he'd be like,
But see, Trump did that. He made that spotlight. He's trying to ban them from what they love to do. So I'd have a voice too. I'd say, what if he said, I don't want any black men in the military?
I'm good.
That's what I want to do, right? But that's what I want to do. So I'm going to say something about it. I'm not going to say to be in the spotlight.
No,
I'm going to say something about it based off of the subject.
Nope, totally get that. I'm just saying, why is this man already in the military speaking out on it? He's there. He's not going anywhere.
They're going to kick him out.
They can't. That's the whole thing is, from what I've read, it's new.
Wait, they're gonna kick him out?
It's new. They can't kick out 10% of the military.
Have you guys heard the stuff that Donald
I've read
Trump
so
says?
many different articles.
Have
I don't
you
even know
heard
what's
the
true
stuff
anymore.
that comes out of his mouth?
No, I don't listen to that, man.
I don't know what's true either, dude.
I don't listen to that, man.
Maybe they can't, but I mean, let's say you do ban somebody who is transgender. Let's say
flip the switch for me then.
Black
if they're,
ops person, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
that kind of sucks.
No, I totally get that. If they're trying to kick already existing people out, then yeah, I got an issue with that. But if I shouldn't say I have an issue with that, because I don't have an issue with trans people going in the military. My problem was him all of a sudden speaking up, like his job's on the line. Because I was under the impression that he's good. You know, he's already there. He's been there. He's good. So I was having an issue with why is he all of a sudden want the spotlight? If he's already there, he's good. Let it be that. You know what I'm saying? But like you said, if that's the case, if they're like trying to get all the trans people out of there, then yeah, speak up. I mean,
well, I'm just wondering, like, what about this guy who's a high-ranking member, been serving all this time?
That's what I'm saying.
He's like 30 years deep.
Yeah.
And then Trump come and he just be like,
Trump
you out with
that's
no,
what I'm saying.
with
Trump
no
talks
piss, no
big
nothing.
game. He goes on the duck hunt and he shoots 2 ducks. I mean, come on. Like, he just talks. But at the same time, I still take it from the perspective that if it was something that would affect me, like if I was African American, even if I was in the military and they said no more African Americans going to the military, I'm going to say something.
Are you going to say something if no more from this point on, or no more in general?
No more from this point on, and no more in general.
Really?
Because that's not right. Like, you can't deny somebody because of their sexual orientation, their color of skin. I just don't think that you should be able to deny somebody for that. And like my stepbrother, he's gay. Mm-hmm. My stepbrother's gay, and he also wants to go through transition to be a woman. I'm all for it.
I got no problems with that.
He was voted
that doesn't
prom
make you
queen
a bad
at his
person.
high school.
Don't make you a bad
person.
person.
They voted him for prom queen.
That's
at his
awesome.
High school.
That's some support right there.
Yeah,
that's cool.
I mean, there's good opportunities, but I would
Look
never
at Calvin
want
Wheels
somebody.
shirt. He's like, wait, what?
I would never want somebody to tell him, he's a good person. He's got a good heart. I would never want somebody to tell him that he can't do something because of his sexual orientation.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a lot.
I just try to relate it to
I'm gonna get a lot of heat for that, but I'm selfish.
No,
like
man,
if it ain't got nothing to do with me, I don't care. Like if I was already in the military
to you, right?
If I was already in the military and they said no more Mexicans, it's like, oh, sorry fellas, should have got in earlier. I'm just saying, man. If it ain't got nothing to do with me or my family, I'm gonna let it be that.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I guess gay people ain't never really bothered me. I really don't care what you do.
No.
Because when I had a cousin, and like when I was little, she was like, girl, had a baby.
Yeah.
But then like, I seen her when I was grown, and she was like, "You don't know me, do you?" Like, no, I don't know who you are. For real though.
I ain't never seen you before in my life.
Now, she was looking like a guy now, but I mean,
she did the switch.
Gay. No, she didn't.
Oh,
she was gay. Tomboy. Is that what they call?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I didn't know, but I mean, it's still my cousin. I don't have no problem.
Check this out. You still got people that are old school who think that being gay is a choice, and that's just like, oh my God, you guys are so small-minded. That is not a choice. That's a genetic disposition. Just like think about yourself. But think about yourself though. Like, I'm never gonna be attracted to a dude. I can't even get close to thinking about it.
No.
But that's my genetic disposition. I love women. You know what I mean? So that's the way that I was born. And a lot of people have that and they hide it for so long and they'll still date women and stuff, and all of a sudden they decide to come out and date themselves a guy if they're a gay man, and people are like, oh, he just no, this has been there, he's just been hiding it. I'm serious, man. That's stuff that's studied and deep, and it's just this is that old fashioned way of living that
well, no, I think it's just hard because everybody wants you to live their way.
That's
where
I
can't let no gay person rub against me because it's something probably happened. I'm probably turned gay.
Yeah.
I would say if you're comfortable with yourself, and it don't matter.
I rolled jiu-jitsu with plenty of gay people.
Yeah,
I don't know. Like, people really fear
Yeah, it's weird to me. I don't understand that.
It must be something else going on. I don't know.
Hey,
because for somebody else,
that's curiosity right there. Like,
because for somebody else's life to matter that much,
that's
where
right.
you be wanting to kill them and like beat them up for no reason, and you don't even know them just because they gay.
That's what I was going back to. What I'm saying is, I'm selfish. If it don't pertain to me, get it out of my face. I don't care. I don't want to hear about it.
I don't want to go into this in detail, but I was watching ID because we watch ID a lot. Investigative Discovery.
Yeah, like,
it tells like, true stories about murders and stuff.
Oh, okay.
ID is the channel.
Like First 48.
Yeah, First 48's on A&E though, but just like that. But they played this story. It's a show called like.
Because in Memphis.
Yeah, a lot of it's in Memphis. A lot of it's in. Yeah, it's pretty much right. But it's a show called Murder Amongst Friends, where these guys they beat this girl up because the guys had sex with her, but they had explicitly, different type of sex with her. Oh. And because she made up an excuse, but she turned out to be a guy. She was a guy early in her life, and she didn't disclose that, and they beat her to death. And my thing is this, and I always ask my friends, it's like, well, how would you feel in that situation, and what would you do? And this is my opinion. If I'm comfortable with myself, I'm gonna write that person off, but like, you should have told me, you completely lost my trust. I don't want you in my life anymore. But I'm moving on. Like, I'm comfortable with myself. Like, I know who I am. I know what I thought at the time, so I'm good with it. But some people are more extreme. Some people are more extreme. You know what I mean? Like, but to beat somebody to death, I
just chalk that up to a loss, man.
Exactly. I mean, what can you do?
So
I'm comfortable with me. You know, what you think in the situation?
Right.
You thought it was a girl.
So they had relations with this guy who they thought was a girl. Two guys.
This girl,
two different guys, not at the same time, but two different guys in the group.
You mean to tell me
you can't tell?
They can't tell.
They couldn't tell. No, it doesn't work like that. Like, there's situations where it's very hard to tell, and they couldn't tell in that, and they felt like they lost their manhood or whatever, and they ended up jumping her, beating the crap out of her, beating her with a skillet.
They got life.
They all got life.
Well, I guess
I hope so.
I guess they don't have a choice now.
But I mean, that's just awful. You know what I mean? That's awful. And I asked buddies of mine. I have a buddy that was like, I'll probably get mad. I might hit her. I'm like, what? Like, he said when I was younger, I might do something like that. Now I wouldn't, but I was like, everybody reacts differently to it.
Yeah, man. I'd be
I'm too comfortable with myself, Like,
me too.
The bad part now is some guys who look better than girls.
Ain't that the truth?
Well, I mean, they dress up like a girl.
Yeah,
they look way better than girls. But you would never know
so well.
Yeah. How would you take it, Cal?
I don't know.
I'm just telling you, man.
Isn't that an interesting question, though?
It is. It
took me a bit to think about it. You got to put yourself in the situation, and I'm like,
lost.
Yeah, I'd be like,
chalk that up on the board. Yeah. That's a big L. But sorry, I bounced back.
I'm not talking to you no more. You're out of my life. You lost my trust, for not telling me that information, and deuces.
It's just still hard to. How do you not know?
Telling you, man, it's that they make it pretty hard to be able to tell. If she or he didn't have that surgery, there's no. I just can't.
No, there's no way.
Yeah, I just.
If he didn't have the surgery
happened.
It had to. It had to have.
Oh, so the surgery. Oh, it's different then. You wouldn't know. Like the way these girls look these days, everything fake. So you really wouldn't know.
Man, I'm telling you, I just thought that was. I didn't want to spend too much time on it, but it's an interesting question.
That's actually
how people react to it, because some people get
like you say,
mad even thinking about it.
I thought it was pre-surgery.
Start pasting. You see Cal pasting the room.
Well, no, see, because I thought it was pre-surgery. I didn't know. I didn't know she had surgery.
But even if it is pre-surgery, for example,
I really don't know.
And
what
she was telling them is
if it's pre-surgery,
she was on her period. She just had surgery there, or something happened, and she had a sister. She made an excuse.
If it's pre-surgery,
some other way.
If it's pre-surgery, that's your fault. If you can't tell what's hanging on down there, that's on you. You beat yourself with a skillet.
And I don't know the state of mind. They could have been, very drunk. Yeah. I don't know the state of mind of the guys, but whatever excuse that she made to not
work,
have that type of intercourse worked.
Yeah,
for two different guys.
But then again,
hey, she tricky.
Again, it's the way some guys do these days. They hit anything walking.
Yep.
Like,
It's a scandalous thing for somebody to do that to you, but I
Dude,
don't know if they deserve to get beat.
No, that's like the same thing as disclosing an STD. You know what I mean? I feel like it's close to the same thing. If someone's got the H, and they don't tell you.
You say the H.
You just need to say it, man. You need to tell a person. And
Oh yeah,
they need to
real.
understand, like, you know.
Hey,
if it's.
I'd be so straight up. I'd be like, hey, I got this.
I don't know what I want to do. You'd be like, do your research then.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Do your research. And then.
Hey, I'd be like, hey, I got this. You're either in or you're out.
But
What we gonna do here?
The way these people out here, man, some people are
you
allergic
can't be
to
like
some
Usher.
people are
Though.
allergic to rum.
Usher was like giving girls all the.
And he knew.
Well, but then
for
again,
like, what, over 2 years now getting sued for all
No,
these
dude, he
girls?
knew. I was reading the same. What's
What?
funny? We just talked about
so
this
was
today.
he guilty though? Because just because you say you had, do not mean you are. Sometimes these dudes just pay their settlement
his
so
test
just to get
showed
it out.
his test
Hey,
showed
get
he
this.
had it.
So
Oh.
we just talked about this at work. So he knew in 2009 about his condition. This girl was suing him for $10K before she found out she had it, and then she found out she had it, and now she's suing him for $20K or mil. I'm sorry, 10 mil, and then now she's suing him for 20 mil because she
Yeah.
found out she got it from him. You better just
Yeah.
pay up,
And
bro.
she ain't the only one. Other
But the
girls
question
step
is,
up.
how does she know she got it from him?
Yeah,
'Cause some
that's
girls
the- that's the
already
hard-
have
that's
it.
the
That's
hard
gonna be
part.
the hard part in
And
court.
she's got to prove that.
Yeah.
And so he might get off the hook, but it's still
He's still
something
still
that
cold.
damages your
That's
reputation, though.
We were
also,
talking about
right?
that before you got here. Was like Bill Cosby's reputation toast.
Yeah, no matter what happens, it's just like Michael Jackson. He quitted it both, but no matter what happens, their image is tarnished.
Yep.
And that's the overall goal. You know, look at Michael Jackson where he was. I mean, he was
The guy named floating
he
on
was
clouds.
the man. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
put all
then-
that aside and look at his talent. You know what I mean? Put everything else aside and look at his
So
talent.
no matter what happens, whether he's innocent or not, you knew that was going to tear him down in any regard.
Yep.
And that's what we have with Bill Cosby. Even if he comes out to be innocent, he's going to be tore down. I mean, same with Usher now. Usher's at fault, but he kind of messed things up for him.
But I don't
So,
really
you know
think
what I
that's
mean?
gonna hurt Usher.
It shouldn't.
It ain't gonna hurt Usher.
It shouldn't, man. But
Yeah, you
'Cause
can't
his
compare
stuff
the
is-
two.
Yeah,
You can't compare
his
Bill
stuff
Cosby
way
and
different.
Usher.
Yeah. It shouldn't hurt Usher.
Yeah.
But I agree with what you're saying.
He's still
And
gonna have that name.
I said like the same thing if you
Yeah,
you
he's-
had sex with somebody and they had that, and then you turn around and you find out you have something. You're not gonna beat the person to death. You're gonna be like, hey,
Man, you deep people these days,
I
Will.
know, but I'm just saying, like, depending on your personality, hey, they beat that girl that was a guy to death. I mean, so
That's
you never know what
crazy.
people are capable of. But yeah, I agree with Dan. I treat it the same too.
Just chalk it up as a loss. Like, well,
Well, I mean,
Got me.
after it happened,
you did. You got me.
You'd be like,
You tricky girl.
you'd
I
be
won't
like,
pay
hey,
attention from now on.
hey, you'd be like,
Yeah.
I guess I'm that 1 out of 4. I'm the one now.
Yeah, I knew that hole just wasn't feeling right.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, let's move on. All right. I was talking to one of my co-workers one night, and we just came up with this question: do y'all believe in fortune tellers?
That's the most random thing I've ever heard.
Hey, that's how it happened. This random stuff pop up in my head. I asked the question
Yeah.
because I was wondering. Like, I'm just thinking. Now, this is my part. Is
Start with you. Do you believe in fortune? I know you can
I
give a
don't.
wild-ass answer right now. You don't?
no
Really?
That thing. You mean to tell me these fortune tellers want to tell you your fortune for $20 an hour when they can't tell you the lottery numbers? Huh? Don't you think they should know about Microsoft and everything else before it happened?
Yeah, and they're running these out of these little shacks,
Yeah, the
too.
shacks.
And then they'll be like, well, I'm only telling you stuff related to your life. And it's
Yeah.
like,
What about
Well,
your life?
But you give
Like,
me... Yeah.
Yeah, like you couldn't
Where
couldn't
did-
just like get like at least 4 of them numbers and like
Right.
stay in a mansion or something. Like, come on, I just don't. I
Did
just
your
don't know.
Did your boy believe in him?
No,
Oh. Does anybody?
I
I don't know.
either.
They
Because
must.
Someone
do
has to, yeah,
because
someone
they
has
stay
to.
in business.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
somebody believe in them.
2 times I've had encounters with fortune tellers. Both of them have been like
You did
not paid for, just run into one. Like I remember in the Vegas casino,
Oh.
this girl like was grabbing her hand and she was telling us stuff, and my buddy was so amazed because she was like, she said that this would happen to me, and it's in what they're doing
such
is
odd
they're telling you-
generalizations.
exactly, they're telling you things that they can figure out from you just by.
Or they
most
look at-
people are good at like people descriptions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was gonna say they'll do that.
Reading
They'll
people.
look at me in the middle of July and be like, "Ooh, you're gonna get dark. You're gonna get
They're gonna see you at the
real
You're
Y.
gonna have a really good day at work next
Well,
week.
they
You
gonna-
got 1 out of 5 chances to have a good day at
Well,
work.
now they see you
What
coming out
thought?
the Y, be like, I can predict in your future that you're gonna shed some pounds.
But so the point, I don't know about all that. But the point is this: is that it's real general. Like everything is like in between. There's no specifics that are
like
in
lottery
there.
numbers."
Yeah, like they look and they're good people readers. That maybe they see like on your finger that your wedding ring's missing. And you got like a little mark
That's
there, and
it.
they're like, "Oh, you must be going through problems with your wife or your ex-wife or like." They pay attention. They're good at that.
Hey,
So they
you're
good
pretty
at
good at this
detail.
though.
But
I
yeah,
think he was probably out there with
Nah.
a teller.
I'm just analytical, guys. That's what I do.
So
but
what-
at the same time, like magicians, there's no such thing as real magic, but they're showmen and they're very, very good at it. And because of that, because of them being so good at it, it's the same thing with fortune tellers. They're just
Man,
really good
I don't-
at reading people and what they do. I've seen some crazy magic, man.
Dude, I've seen some
Crazy
crazy magic.
David Blaine bringing the freaking
See, I don't trust any of
fish
that.
out his stomach and stuff.
I don't trust any of that I see on TV.
With like a salmon?
Like no, this little goldfish. Like he just.
Well, I just
out of
wondered
his
about
mouth.
the thing
It
when
was
he
in his
sticks the
stomach,
nail.
and then he went like this, and he went like this, and he put it back in there, and it was gone.
I wonder how he do the nail thing. Sticking the nail through
he's
his
just
hand.
incredibly advanced. Like seriously, he's just really good.
See,
at
I
his
don't
craft.
believe any of that I see on TV. But when we were in Vegas, there's a couple of them. We saw like a magic comedy show.
Penn and Teller?
I don't know what you just said to me.
Penn and Teller?
Oh no.
Oh! No, yeah, okay, I see what that sounded like.
But but I'm just like, man, they had me for a second believing. There's no way without magic you can do that.
That's fantastic. That's
Like you said,
that's what they want.
they're good at their
No,
they're good at their
just-
thing.
They're really good, man.
Okay, well, let me
and they
ask y'all
get there, and that's what makes magic so powerful is that the way it inspires you, and you're into it, and you're like,
Y'all
wow,
seen that
that's
movie Now You See Me?
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
My
I get
favorite,
down on that
my
movie,
favorite magician movie though is The Prestige. If you've never seen The
I never
Prestige, with
heard
Christian
of it.
Bale and Hugh Jackman and Scarlett Johansson, Michael Caine.
There's some good actors and actresses
Oh,
there.
Is that Samuel?
That
Samuel
is
it?
top 5 favorite movies.
Really?
Prestige. Watch it. Yes.
Really?
Fantastic movie.
Well,
Samuel-
between that,
Sam
and the,
Jackson surprisingly is not in this
Oh,
one.
between
guys.
that and the Rockies, I'm gonna have to call in next week.
The Prestige, yes, definitely watch that movie, man. That
Man.
movie's fantastic.
So, do y'all believe in mediums?
And what?
Mediums. Medium. What
I wear a large.
Like, you wear a medium. No, you know them people
A
who
Marge.
who tell.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, I
talk
know
to-
what a medium is.
Yeah, dead people.
I believe in all that.
You believe in
I
that?
believe in all that. I believe in.
Do you believe in ghosts? Then?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
I ain't never seen one.
I have.
I've
I
seen
believe
one,
in
dude.
ghosts.
My
I just
wife
don't
has
pay
seen
no
one.
attention to that type of stuff. Like I'm not like into it like some people. I'm not like spooked and something.
Nah, I'm not.
I don't look for it. You know what I mean? But I do believe in it. Do I believe in mediums? Some.
Yeah,
It's really difficult with mediums because
it's the same thing as fortune tellers.
yeah, it's like well.
As
I
far
would
that's a
take
good
mediums
one.
to fortune tellers. I think all that's fake.
No, I'm saying.
Magicians, all of it's fake, but dang, do they make you think it's real?
Yeah, but I'm saying
But,
there's some mediums that you treat like fortune tellers.
Exactly.
Give you odd
Yeah.
generalizations and
And
just.
you're like, oh, blah blah. But there's some mediums that,
Oh, what?
that
Grandma?
are I have to say, man, they make you a believer.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like
no
some
doubt.
of them stories that like Ed and Lorraine Warren be doing, like The Conjuring and
Yeah.
stuff. That stuff is crazy. I know it's
The
like
Conjuring. Ain't that
yeah,
a
like
movie?
if you but you got to read like the real stories behind them
There's a
because
book.
the movies will movie them up, But some of their stuff, man, it's incredible.
Hey,
So
my man, we were I think we were Ocean Shores a couple years ago. We were staying in this hotel right on the beach, and
On the Polero, or whatever it's called.
I don't know what it was called. Some I don't remember what it's called. But so we had 2 queen beds. We had my son wasn't born yet. I had my daughter, so it's probably 2-3 years ago. And my wife woke me up, freaking out, and she's like, "You see that guy at the end of the bed? There's someone in our room." And I open my eyes. I'm like, "I don't see anybody." And she's like, "He's right there." I'm like, "You sleeping?" She's like, "No, I'm awake. He's right there." Nope.
Was she high?
Nope. She good. Straight. Okay. And so I flipped the light on, and then
that stuff is just
I flipped the light on and went away. I'm like, "Yeah, you were like half asleep. You were probably dreaming." Woke up the next morning. I asked my daughter, I'm like, "Hey, was there see anything funny last night?" She's like, "Yeah, there was a guy at the end of your guys' bed just standing there. He was really tall." I'm like, "Oh, all right then." I mean, I see you.
Scared cow, man. Hey,
well, I'm just wondering, how'd your wife go back to bed?
She didn't. No, she was up all night.
Why he was just standing there?
Look, yeah, no, because I turned the light on and he went away, and then she was just watched TV and just like
remind me of Ghost Dad.
I tell you,
but yeah, my daughter, she wasn't even awake, and I think like us talking woke her up, and she kind of woke up. I flipped the light on, and then she was up for a couple minutes. Told her to go back to bed, and she laid down, and that's when I asked her the next morning, and she's like, "Yeah, there's a guy. He's really tall." In her room, I'm like, oh.
The only one that matters is my dad used to make me sleep upstairs. He had like a duplex house, and everybody slept downstairs, but there was no room for me with my step siblings and stuff. So whenever I stayed with him, because I normally stay with my mom, he'd make me sleep all the way upstairs. And upstairs, when you turn off the lights, it's pitch dark. But my dad grew up in that house 39 years, and his parents lived in that house for years and years. And his dad had a favorite chair, and he doesn't really throw stuff away, really. My dad's like almost like a hoarder. I kind of have that a little bit myself.
We haven't used this in 2 weeks. Throw it away.
But my grandfather had a favorite chair, and he moved it upstairs into the den, and that's where my couch bed was. And so he'd be like, just flick off all the lights, and I was terrified to be up there by myself. I'm 7 year old.
Hey, I'm still scared of the dark.
I'm not scared of the dark no more. But this stuff like that toughened me up. They used to lock me in the closet in the dark and stuff. My step siblings were not nice to me. But I was asleep, and then like the chair started squeaking, and I woke up. I was like, "What the heck?" And the chair was just moving, and I was like, "Oh, okay." Like so, then I kind of laid back down again, and like I turned and looked up. When I turned, I saw him there. It was a split second.
Crazy.
I saw him, and I screamed. And my dad came upstairs, and he was livid. My dad was not nice to me.
What you waking me up for?
He was very upset, and I couldn't tell him why I screamed. I just told him I had a bad dream or whatever. But I still ain't never told him to this day. That was nuts.
I remember. I thought I saw Freddy Krueger in my closet.
That's awesome.
No,
that was when I was younger. That's what I was afraid of the most was Freddy Krueger.
Oh, that's what I used to be afraid
exactly.
of.
But now,
I used to be up in the closet and like
now
sitting
I'm
there
like obsessed.
Hey, it was Chucky for me.
Krueger, everything.
I used to want to boot Chucky. Like I wish he would bring him in.
I know. I step on that little.
Yeah, I'd be like, I goddamn punt the mess out of him.
No.
No, it used to be Freddy for me.
Yeah.
I used to swear at nighttime he'd be sitting in my closet just looking at me.
Just waiting for you.
And I'd go under the cover and just get to sweat and be like, God, I can't stay under here.
Hey, just psyching yourself out. But let me tell you
Freddy
about
Freddy. Don't go to the hood, though.
But let me tell you about Freddy. What makes him...
It wasn't that bad back then.
What makes him probably the worst out of all of them. And they used to always remind me, they said, like, you dream every night. Right?
Freddy gonna see
pretty much
you every
night. He'll find you in your dream. You know? You can't control your dreams like you do real life, and so that was real scary to me. And then I grew up and I became obsessed with the movies and trivia, and I'm a huge fan. I found out the guy who plays Freddy went to my college.
Wes Craven.
I was Robert Ingram. Yeah. So after that, I was like, dang, man, that's cool. So I'm like a diehard Freddy. I can tell you anything about any of the movies.
So who the best, Freddy or Jason?
Freddy Krueger. What you think I was going to say?
You say a most biased opinion.
Yeah,
that's like asking.
I have a huge biased opinion.
That's like asking LeBron himself who's better, him or Steph.
Yeah. Okay, what about Jason or It?
I never seen It.
Jason. I wasn't really. I'm not afraid of clowns. I wasn't really afraid of it because I thought it was really clever though.
Yeah.
I think this new one is going to be pretty good too. They're going for more of a scary theme. I thought that
one looks good.
Yeah, a little bit more. Good. Tim Curry when he played it, he was a little bit more like charismatic about it. I think this one's going to be a little bit more creepy, but it looks pretty good. But Jason is just a killing machine. And
Jason's
after
a
I play
baller.
that game on Xbox, you got to get that.
I
That
see
Friday
people
the
playing
13th
it,
game,
like-
bro. After you play that, you got a newfound respect for Jason, man. When people be hunting you down as Jason, and like they explain things that you don't get in the movies, like how come Jason's walking and catching up to me, and all of a sudden he comes out from behind the tree and grabs me?
Yeah.
In the game, you have this ability called shift. When you press it, Jason will shift in time up through the woods and get in front of you or wherever he shifts to. Yeah.
You gonna beat somebody who can shift.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. He's like a
ghost.
He's a specter. Yeah. That's what Jason.
you
That's
gonna
what
beat
Michael Myers
somebody
and
like
Jason
that?
are. Right. So he has the advantage in this game, just like he does in the movies. You know, he can shift.
So
he
he
can
can walk
morph.
through walls.
He can mark. No.
I
He
was gonna
shifts.
say,
No.
man, don't get in the
He'll-
walls.
You just gotta stay inside.
No,
that's
he still can
actually.
bust the wall. He can bust the door and come through though.
Can he die? How does he die?
Yeah, that's a good question.
He can die. So
He can't die.
No, he can.
How do you kill him?
So
Or like a
yeah, what
thousand
you do
licks.
in the game is so difficult to kill him. So first you have to have people who melee him every time they see him, and they got to knock off his mask, which is difficult because if you don't swing at the right time, he grabs you and you're pretty much dead at that point.
So, is
people
somebody-
got to once his mask is off. Then you have to have a girl counselor go to his mom's grave and grab his mom's sweater. Once you grab his mom's sweater, you have to call Tommy Jarvis. Once Tommy Jarvis is in the game, you got to have the girl put on his mom's sweater and talk to him like she's the mom. Jason will stop. He will drop his machete. Tommy Jarvis grabbed the machete and slice Jason right in the head. That is the only way you can kill him in the game. But get this, you get 20 minutes in the game. Jason has all the advantages. He can shift. He can morph from one location to the other. He can stalk. After 10 minutes, rage comes in and he don't chop doors down. He just busts through them. So
How you gonna beat that thing? Hope.
so you either got to try to kill him, which is impossible, or you got to try to escape. So you work with people to put the car together, put the battery in the car, the gas in the car, get
that's
the
funny.
keys, or
So y'all
you
split
got to
up.
find it. They're all over the camp, but
So
Jason's hunting
How
you.
many people is it?
It's normally 9 counselors, and you're playing with random people.
So then somebody played Jason too.
So
right?
one person played Jason. Yeah, I love. When
I
I'm
see
Jason.
people-
It's the best,
I see
man.
people playing that game, but I don't understand
Man,
the
that
fascination
game,
with
that
it.
game is
I'm
crazy
like,
fun.
how many people keep running from Jason?
It's
Every
fun,
day.
dude. It's fun. It's fun because you don't normally get away from Jason, so you make it your goal to try to work with people to get away from him. I don't normally.
Man.
See,
escape.
I
He
wouldn't
normally
do
catches
good with
me.
that because I don't like people.
Well, I can see why you can't get away now. Because even he
Yeah.
walking, he's shifting and morphing.
Yeah.
Like, how you gonna beat a Power Ranger
But it
Jason?
explains how he
Power
gets
Ranger
places in the
Jason.
movie. Like he's chasing from behind you, all of a sudden he's in the house and like grabbing you through the door. You know what I mean? Like it explains like how that works in the
I
movies.
didn't
I
know-
thought that was really clever.
I didn't know in the movie he did that.
Yeah, man.
I just
Jason
thought
be
he
all
knew
over
like
the
shortcuts
place.
in the woods.
He still got to get there. He ain't gonna beat you there if you running and he walking.
Yep.
But sorry, we're all off topic.
Yeah. That's normal on this
I
podcast.
know.
But hey, okay, we're gonna get to the sports topic. Now this is these two fighters right here, Chris and Ant. You know, this the big thing.
It's not a big thing.
No, it's not a big thing.
Mayweather and McGregor. Do y'all think Conor gonna at least get one punch?
Connor's
I
gonna
heard
get,
he's not gonna get one hit on
Connor's
Mayweather.
gonna get the first round. I'll give him the first round. It's 3 minute rounds. He'll get the first round. Mayweather's gonna stay small, figure out range, figure out speed, and after that it's gonna be a boxing clinic.
Do you think Conor gonna have the cardio to keep up with Mayweather?
No, we already know Conor didn't have cardio. Look at the Diaz fights. He ain't got cardio.
Or what,
I've
the
been
power?
going- I've been going back and forth on this. I think his power's a little overrated in boxing gloves.
In boxing gloves are 10-ounce gloves.
Right.
He's used to wearing 4-ounce gloves.
So
And on top of that, they're both defensive fighters. McGregor lets you come to him and throws that overhand left. He waits. He baits you. Throws that overhand left.
his bread and butter. that's
May,
right.
yeah, and
Mayweather
Mayweather.
go away from you.
Yeah, Mayweather. Yeah, he'll stick and move.
So you mean to tell me both of them gonna be on opposite ends of the ring?
No, Mayweather will make him play his game. He's too good at this.
I've been going back and forth on this for a while. I actually was giving Conor rounds earlier. Now I don't give him any rounds.
I give him
he
a
will
round.
get some hits in,
I give him a round.
but I don't give him a round because I think that just like every other boxer, there's no way to train for Mayweather's speed, and I think they underestimate it.
And the dude makes himself so small.
And I watched another fight. I watched the Canelo fight again. Canelo's such a fantastic boxer, but that speed that Mayweather has, just the combinations he throws with I've never seen anything as fast.
No,
so
it's unbelievable.
You don't think the age of him taking a little bit of time off slows him down?
I watched him train. He's still fast.
It's the cliche.
Even if he was half as fast, he'd still be too fast.
It's the cliche of riding a bike. You don't lose it.
So
I'm
okay,
telling you, man.
I was watching this video of this old man. He had to have been 60, 65, and this young buck.
Oh yeah,
his prime. You see that? And
now.
that man put a clinic on him. I mean, I think he knocked him out or pieced him pretty good.
All right. So if he win this,
Who?
Mayweather.
Yeah. Okay.
Will he be the best fighter of all time?
Yeah.
50-0. That ain't easy.
I already think he is the best fighter of all time.
You think so?
I think so.
Well, there are a lot of people don't give him his respect though.
You know why they don't give him his respect?
Because he's not a knockout.
He's
boxer.
not exciting.
He's a boxer,
but
he's not a fighter.
He's not Ali or Tyson.
But
They're exciting, but he's there to win. People gotta understand that he's not. I mean, to an extent, you're there to put on a show. You're there to box. You're there to fight. But he's also there to win, and it's tough to be exciting when you specialize in defensive fighting.
But ain't the main purpose is not to get hit?
Not to get
hit.
hit.
If I was a boxer, I wouldn't want to get hit.
No, you want to get out clean. That's what we talk about all the time.
I don't like getting hit.
But, he is the best fighter still right now before he even gets this fight. He's not... Actually, let me re-say that. He's not the best fighter. He's the best boxer. Yeah. And it's funny because Tyson is a boxer and a fighter. Muhammad Ali was a fighter, and then he transitioned a little bit more into a boxer later, and he had a lot more success being a boxer because he started to be a little bit quicker in his defense. But I think he's the blueprint. He was the blueprint for the shift to boxing, and then you have people that really started to become a little bit more technical with their boxing.
Like Sugar Ray.
Yeah, he's real technical. And don't get me wrong, technical boxers get knockouts
what's
too.
What's the difference between a fighter and a boxer, though?
Fighter can do it all.
I think that a fighter goes in there and
ready to run.
They treat it like a fight. I think that a boxer goes in there and treats it like an art.
Oh,
it goes back to being technical.
Yeah,
Mayweather has literally mastered being a defensive boxer. I hear
paint the picture, but he is real.
I've got friends who are like, "Oh, but McGregor's been training boxing nonstop for 2 years now." I'm like, that's super cute because Mayweather's been doing it since he was 10. I mean, he's been training that for 20, 30 years now. Yeah.
You know what, Andy? Don't even get that complicated.
No.
Just look at the people he's beaten. That's all you need to look at. That's all you need to look at. And all the people that he's beaten could Conor beat any of them in the last 10 years out of the people he's beaten.
You think Conor could beat Pacquiao?
Conor couldn't hold Pacquiao.
No. I could see Conor fight Pacquiao.
No, but I think he have at least a better fight.
Really? I totally disagree.
I think Pacquiao might knock him out.
I think Pacquiao would have a better chance of knocking him out than Mayweather would.
I agree with that.
Because he's that kind of fighter.
I agree with that, but I say if Pacquiao didn't get the knockout, I think it'd be a little bit of a better fight.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
So is he the best fighter to you, Mayweather?
Mayweather is.
Yeah.
The best boxer.
Best boxer, yeah.
Yeah, you know what conversation I hate? What would happen if it was an MMA fight between the two?
Oh,
I hate that conversation. I get that.
How much should I give it?
I get that
45 seconds.
I don't even entertain that. Why are we talking about that stupid question? It's never gonna happen. It's never gonna happen.
Did you guys already see James Toney lose to Randy?
Yeah.
Couture in 40 seconds. He went in. He barely touched his toe and took him down to the ground and then choked him out.
Or even you got CM Punk lost to who did he fight? Mickey Gall.
Mickey Gall.
Yeah.
What, CM Punk?
Yeah.
From WWE.
Yeah.
He went in there and got his ass whooped by Mickey Gall.
What about Brock?
But the hold up about Mickey Gall though, bro, he beat Sage too.
Sage Northcutt. Mickey Gall. No, and they threw him to the wolves. That's what I'm saying.
I think they underestimated Mickey. Mickey's got some talent, man.
I don't like Brock Lesnar. I'm tired of that dude.
So is he a fighter or a wrestler?
Brock?
He's a little bit of both, I guess.
He's both.
He's
He's
got
probably like 50-50. But you know what? I can't not like
big
Brock. I don't
guy.
know.
I can't get
It's
behind
hard
that
for
guy.
me, like
I
to
can't
not
get
like Brock.
behind him.
Something I just like about him.
That's like Daniel
I don't know.
Cormier. I don't know what it is about him. I can't get behind
See,
him.
I like
I
Daniel
don't like
Cormier
him. I
too.
don't like him.
Brock is a huge
I
guy.
can see why you. But
I don't know why.
Listen,
dude.
but I can see why you don't like them. But for some reason, with me, it's like, especially with Brock, I don't. It's the way he carries himself. Like he.
Because he cocky? It can't be
A
because
little
he
bit.
cocky.
A little bit.
No, come
I like the
on
way
now.
I
You like
Brock.
Mayweather?
Huh?
Ain't nobody more cocky than Mayweather.
Yeah, but Mayweather's a cocky heel.
Have you heard yourself talk before?
He's a
What do you
heel.
mean nobody cocky
Yeah, you're
than
right.
Mayweather?
You're right.
Yeah, but Mayweather's a heel, and he embraces it, and that's fine because people pay for his fights to see him win, but most people pay to see him lose, and he don't. So
Yeah.
they're paying for his fights. Being a heel is cool if you can pull it off, but that's not Brock. He's not a heel. I mean, unless he's part of a WWE story that makes him a heel.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
He's just not that. And so, this just, I don't know, it's just something about the guy I like. He's not the best fighter. He's not the best
He's a
wrestler.
garbage fighter.
Yeah,
He's
terrible.
trash.
But he
he's
uses
got
his
So
he's got
physical
size
abilities.
and he's a
He got grappled. What do
he's-
we do then?
he was a really high level college wrestler.
Oh, he was definitely a beast.
And he knows how to use it. He's
As
great.
big as he is?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a beast, but
Yeah.
he uses his physical tools and physical gifts to win, not necessarily his technicality as a fighter
Yeah, or he juices like he did against Mark Hunt.
or whatever.
I don't
he's
see
doing.
why he
I
got
mean,
the juice.
you
That
get-
dude already humongous.
Well, time
Dude,
out for a
big.
second.
Dude,
Listen,
he got lunch boxes for hands. I mean, he just
84. What was it? Like, he
They're
had
huge.
84-inch reach, and I can't remember how big.
They're
his fat
5XL
fist.
gloves.
That's nuts.
I wear a medium.
It's medium?
I wear a medium sized glove.
So
5XL.
5XL.
anybody who tries to convince you that somebody is as big as that don't do juice, or hasn't been on a juice at least once or twice in their life, is a freaking liar. Your human
Yeah.
anatomy and just genetics show that you have a threshold. Just science shows you have a threshold.
I'm pretty
of how
sure
far
my
you can
dad's hit
go.
that threshold. He's never juiced before, and I can pretty much
But
say that
at
confidently.
his peak, but at his peak,
He's at
you
his
know, he
peak
looks
right now at 50,
yeah, but does
bro.
he look? Does he look like?
Yeah,
that?
he rolled in
Yeah.
today. Yeah, you saw him.
Yeah.
I'm like, ooh,
But there's something about
stealing all them
how tall is
genetics.
your
He
dad?
had like a smaller me.
He's short. He's
It's,
a couple
it's
inches
another-
shorter than me.
It's easier to get your body to develop the way you want when you don't have as much area to cover. a
Yeah,
lot
he's
of
a
people
dude.
don't
He's
realize that.
a
But
brick
what
house
about when
man.
you're taller though? Because
It's
some
a
real
lot.
tall guys, they
Yeah, but
stay
most of them
skinny
are
away
skinny though.
easier.
Most of them are skinny though. It's
Like
much
Ben
harder.
Wallace, that dude was real.
Yeah, but Ben Wallace is like a freak of nature. I mean, you're talking about people who like
And there
stand out.
there are those people. I mean,
Yeah,
there are
those
freaks
people are
of
there,
natures.
but at the same time, it's like, dang, but we can't definitively say Ben Wallace ain't never did steroids before. You can't say
Yeah, you're
that
right.
because you don't know. You know what I mean?
Right.
What I do know is a lot of wrestlers get caught, and I believe that a lot of wrestlers do it no matter how much they deny it. So I wasn't surprised.
Yeah, yeah.
I wasn't surprised when Alistair Overeem, who put on like 40 pounds of muscle,
Of straight muscle.
talking about eating horse meat, got popped for juice. You know, you're not surprised about stuff like that.
I was talking to a cat at work. He was saying, he's like, man, I don't understand. Like, there's no hard work to go into steroids. You got to work harder. Because if you're just pumping juice and you're not working those out,
Those
it's just
dudes
straight
are-
flat.
yeah, those
dude,
dudes
you gotta
are crazy.
you
They
gotta
work hard.
work.
That's one thing that I'll tell you. Them dudes work hard, man. Look at the ones that be in the muscle magazines. They freaking work.
That's their
extremely
job.
hard.
Like,
So-
see,
That's
like
their job.
CT,
So you
CT
can't tell me
Fletcher.
nothing about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Phil
dude was
Heath.
humongous.
Phil
The
Heath.
champ, I like him, man.
I like Phil Heath a
Phil
lot.
Heath.
I like
Then he go to school up here right there, didn't
Yeah, he did. He played on the basketball team with the other like people who were in
Twin?
the NBA.
he? Oh,
Who's in
Jamal.
NBA
Oh, that's
play with?
right. That's
Jamal?
right.
I don't know if it's Jamal. He played with
think it was
somebody who was on
Jamal.
his team. Yeah, they had one state title.
Yeah, I
He's
think,
great. ball.
Crazy.
Yep.
I think with Jamal or Doug. I don't know if Doug Christie went to Ranger Beach.
So I got Mayweather by late stoppage TKO.
Do you? I got him by decision.
You think that it's
You
gonna
think Connor's
last?
gonna make it all the way to the
I
end?
do. I think it'll go all the way.
Wow.
I think I got the TKO, the late TKO.
In what round?
7, 8.
I got either 8 or 9.
I think it's going all
I
the way.
think he's got too much heart to have it happen earlier.
Yeah, but
If
his
it's gonna happen, it's
cardio
gonna
though,
be
that's
late.
a long.
Well,
time.
here's the thing about that. He's fought. What he fight Diaz? He was the main card. So we fought 5 5-minute rounds.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh.
So it's 25 minutes.
At
He's
the
fighting.
Diaz pace.
Yeah, and he's fighting 10 3-minute rounds. It's only 5 minutes more, and you get more breaks in between. And I think they're 45-second breaks instead of 30-second breaks. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that.
You're right. No, you're right.
It seemed it's 10 rounds, but you're fighting 2 less minutes per round. That's a long time in the cage. 2 minutes is a long time.
But was the fight with Diaz, did it go all the way to the end?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'll tell you this too.
But he was gassed, and I think he lost the second one. In all honesty, I feel like he lost. I
think he lost both too.
Here's my thing: is they're setting up a trilogy. As much as Dana White says they're not, that man you can't listen to a word that comes out of his mouth.
I thought Diaz took 3 rounds to Connor's 2
Yep.
in the second fight too.
So that's the money fight right there. After this for the UFC, that's the money fight. That's the fight people are going to be paying for.
If this fight go all the way to the end with Mayweather, do you think it's a chance that they make Mayweather lose?
No,
because he's not in the MGM. I think this will actually be a legitimate fight. I think this will be.
Only way Mayweather's going to lose is if Conor knocks him out.
He's got a puncher's chance.
Yep, everybody has a puncher's chance.
But here's the thing: is McGregor's left hand in boxing, you get knocked down, you get a chance to get back up. McGregor's hand isn't a knockout cold kind of a punch.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's not?
No. It's super overestimated.
Dude. Yeah, I think it's a little overrated too. But say one thing you made is a good point is, let's say in the Diaz fight when they did 5-minute rounds, wrestling and stuff, that stuff takes
taxing.
A ton out of you, right? Yeah, and so I think that will make all the difference. Now I'm like changing. I think he could make it the distance.
I think he'll make the distance. That's the only reason.
It's because late round stoppage.
It's because everyone sees that 10-minute round mark, but you got to realize they're only fighting 5 more minutes with more breaks in between. You're not getting the pressure of some guy holding you against the cage, trying to take you down, stuff in your head.
That drains.
Oh, it's taxing.
So much energy from you. But do you guys understand that Conor doesn't have to win to win?
He already won. He's getting $100 million.
Yeah, I still don't understand how he still got that.
He's getting $100 million.
He wasn't big like Mayweather.
You know what's cool?
Even during the fight, let's make it a little bit more simple. Outside of the money, he doesn't really have to win to win.
Because no one expects him to.
He wins, right? Exactly.
Even if he gets knocked out, everyone expected it.
He took on the best boxer in the world and didn't get.
You know what's cool
out.
about? I'm not.
They can spin it and be like, oh, I'll fight anyone anytime, and everybody will respect that, even though he lost.
I'm not a huge.
What you think the bet is on that? The bet line is on that.
Mayweather's huge. I want to put $100 on McGregor just for the payout on the off chance he does win.
I'm talking about that he don't get. He lasts the whole round.
I think it's more common than you think. Mayweather hasn't knocked anybody out in 10 years.
Guess you're right.
I don't think there'd be a huge line on that.
No, but I want to put $100 on McGregor.
That's what a lot of people doing.
Yeah,
I agree with that too. That's a good idea.
But you can't do it.
What about your?
Yeah,
214 picks.
214. I got Jones by decision. I've got Damian Maia and Woodley is a tough one to call. It depends how the first round goes. If Damian Maia can impose his will and get his back, or even just control and get his jiu-jitsu game going,
it's pretty much over.
It's over. It's a wrap. If Woodley can keep him at range and keep him at he's a hard hitter.
That's a pretty big if you've only been taken down once in 10 years.
Yep.
How the freak?
Yep.
But I mean, if he gets it, that's a wrap, dude.
If I had to call it, I'm still gonna say Maia's gonna get the submission. I'm gonna go in the second round. I think he's gonna get submission. Okay. And then who else we got? Robbie Lawler and Cerrone. That's gonna be fight of the night. That's gonna be a good one.
So who you got?
Lawler. I got Lawler on that one. He's too much of a baller.
By what?
Brawler. Knockout.
Okay.
He's too much of a brawler, and Cerrone doesn't have the best chin. It seems like lately, at least. Who did he just fight? He fought.
He never really had that good of a chin, in my opinion.
No. Who did he just fight? Man.
Jorge Masvidal.
Yeah, Masvidal. He took that fight took it too soon.
Yeah.
And that comes with his cowboy territory. They all fight anybody, And they're like, okay, let's set you up with one of the, a top 5 guy who's just a total animal, and look what happened. So,
and then Cyborg and
she's gonna rip her head off, and I'm gonna guess under a minute.
Okay.
Under 1 minute.
Okay, so I'm gonna stack this. I got John Jones with a late TKO. I say maybe 4th round. I got Tyron Woodley with
You think TKO for Jones, huh?
Yeah.
That just registered.
I got Tyron Woodley with the early KO stoppage in the 1st round. I got Robbie Lawler with the KO.
Yeah, something
in the
we can agree on.
round.
Second round, yeah.
And then I got Cyborg with the TKO in the 2nd round.
You're giving a 2nd round?
I think Tanya's tough. I think she'll make it out the 1st.
She ain't Cyborg. I'm not Cyborg tough.
Me neither.
She ain't a big dude.
Who is? But at the same time, that's why I was always like, y'all crazy talking about Ronda and Cyborg.
Oh, Jimmy Manuel is fighting too.
Yeah. He's the first fight on the card. I
Okay.
don't know much about the guy he's fighting.
I don't either. I know Jimmy Manuel.
Yeah,
but
me too.
He's fighting.
I like him.
Dude, he's fighting 14-1.
Oh, so he's got to be a pretty decent fighter.
His name's Vulcan. That's kind of scary.
Being that Jimmy is in, top 3 right now, so that guy's got to be pretty decent.
Yep.
But
man, I don't know what it is. I just can't get behind the chick fights. I don't know what. I
they're
love watching.
scrappy, dude.
I love watching Joanna fight.
Oh, Joanna's the stuff.
Joanna
she's
and,
probably my favorite.
Joanna and Claudia.
Claudia
That's one of my
is
favorite
a beast.
fights.
Yeah.
I like watching Paige Van Zandt fight because she's good to look at. But
I don't like watching her fight. I don't like watching her. I don't like watching Rose.
no.
I don't like watching none of them. I liked watching Rousey.
I
when
love
she
watching
was
Paige
dominating.
Van Zandt.
I did like Rousey.
I like watching Misha Tate.
I like watching Misha Tate.
I remember I did at first like watching Kat Zingano when she pummeled Misha Tate with those tie knees. I was like, that girl is bad. And
that was nasty.
But then she lost her husband tragically, and her fighting ain't never been the same.
You can't blame her for that.
Yeah, you cannot.
What happened in the accident?
But you definitely can watch Joanna.
Mm-hmm.
Joanna is she's so gritty and tough. She's a ton of heart, very technical, and she's like, you can't tell her nothing.
No.
Every time she come out there, she about to get it.
Yep.
But Claudia's a beast too. So there are some women
Dude,
I can watch.
she's
fight,
yoked
dude.
too, Claudia.
Yeah.
She's yoked up.
Yeah, there's some women I can watch.
You
Sure.
look at Misha Tate.
Misha Tate from Tacoma. She lives
Hey, you seen
over
Paige
there.
Van Zandt?
For real?
Yeah.
She
Oh
stay
yeah.
up here?
Misha better than Paige, bro.
Bro,
Paige who?
Paige. I'll show you. Paige Van Zandt. Hold on.
Now, if y'all wonder why I'm quiet, it's because I don't watch it. So I'm trying to learn from them.
Nah, Misha's better than Paige. But
Paige
for
who?
other reasons, though, I like Misha's personality better. She's cool, and and then also you got to give her the flavor. She's from here.
It's Paige Van Zandt.
She trained in
Hey.
Tacoma.
Paige do too?
No.
No,
She,
not
Paige actually.
Cal about to go there and get lessons.
Hey, Paige actually trains in Portland, Gracie Baja.
Portland.
Yeah, I know the owner out there. His name's Fabiano. He runs a pretty. He's got a lot of tough guys out there.
Hey, since y'all both fight, if y'all girl was a fighter like Paige and all them, you think you'd get in an argument with her?
With her,
Because she's a professional fighter.
it depends. Am I like, dude? Did I grow up fighting like I have now?
No, that's a good question.
Yeah.
If she was the trained one and you weren't.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
But
If
I
she
would,
was a
because
fighter, you
I don't think it
would-
matters. I'd never put my hands on a trained or
that's
not.
my point.
Yeah,
exactly.
trained or not.
My point is, it just matters how person you are. You put your hands on your woman, and then she's trained now. She can fight back. That's your own fault. But I would never in a million years put my hands.
Yeah,
on
it doesn't
my
matter
wife.
what
It
it's
doesn't
about.
matter. Yeah, so
I'd still talk smack to her.
That should catch
it's
you
the
from
name of the
behind.
game.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's true love, true grit love.
Yeah, like Travis Brown and Ronda Rousey are together. Travis Brown's
Yeah.
is he light heavyweight?
He's a heavyweight.
He's a heavyweight.
He's like on an 0-4 losing. She about to get cut though.
He needs to stop.
Is it that bad?
He
Is
used
he
to be,
old?
dude. He's
He was
He's a
killing
brawler,
everybody,
man. He's
I
just
don't know
walking
what
through
happened to him.
everybody. I just read this article that someone tried to break into their house.
Yeah,
What a
I know,
bad
them
house to
stupid
break
kids.
into.
Some stupid kids. Yeah.
Ronda
So what-
Rousey and Travis Brown.
What about the? Okay, if you get the cauliflower ear,
I drain it, dude.
is that
drain
it?
I drain
Like
it.
You
you
know,
can't do nothing about it.
No,
Once
you
it
drain
hardens, you can
This
feel
is-
it coming on. You take like a diabetes needle and drain it.
You drain it.
I drain
but
it.
if you keep getting it in the same spot,
It hardens.
quicker, and you can't do anything about it. So you see a lot of fighters that take a lot of shots to the head that had the cauliflower.
Yeah.
He probably tried to drain. Like Michael Bisping
Yep.
used to drain it on the Ultimate Fighter, but he's been hit there so many times now
Yep.
that ain't nothing they can really do about it.
I'm untouchable, so I don't get hit. My ears don't ever
You
cauliflower.
got good head movement though.
When we're not kickboxing.
Got good head movement, man.
When it comes to boxing, yeah, I'm pretty tough to hit. But I keep my hands down a lot.
Dang, I didn't even know we went this long, fellas.
What's that?
An hour 30.
Dang.
So now y'all got something to listen to at work.
Yep. Our commutes.
Oh,
Is that it?
man.
That's the last one.
Yeah, that was the last one.
That was a
That
good
was
chat.
fun.
But man, thank y'all, for tuning in. Do y'all want to say anything to them?
Yeah, this is going to get you top 50 right here.
So much personality in this room.
Oh man, thank y'all for coming through. I didn't even get an inspirational quote today.
You better,
Y'all got one?
better
Y'all
hook
wanna
it
say?
up.
All right, I guess I'll find one. All right.
Favorite.
You know,
Be better than you were yesterday.
Yep,
My
I got.
favorite one.
Everyone's got a favorite
And then
quote. My favorite
Be
one.
like water, my friend. That's
Yeah.
the stuff right there.
Mr.
do it,
Lee.
just let it flow.
That's Bruce
Mr.
Lee,
Lee.
man.
Bruce Lee,
Be
bro.
like water, my friend.
Man,
Be unpredictable.
Mine's-
have no shape.
my
have
dad
no
always used to
direction.
tell me is that, because that kind of goes back to what you were saying earlier when people like want to get applauded for stuff they should be doing. My dad always used to tell me character is how you are when no one's looking, and that's always stuck me. That's pretty cool.
That's
Oh.
a great one.
Yeah, that is a good one.
That's
But,
the one right there. You
I'm
can't top that
inspirational.
one.
Yeah, I'm
I like that
inspirational.
Sometimes
Remember my last one?
they ain't never inspirational with me, but that's a different subject.
And Freddie ain't in your closet, so don't.
No,
worry
he
about
in
it
there.
anymore.
Freddie in your closet.
Oh man, he come on now because he need to pay some bills here. For my clothes.
That's why it's so hot in here.
Yeah.
That's the boiler
Well, the
room.
fan was right there.
Oh damn.
I'm like turning it because I'm like, is this thing even like? Is it just here for decoration?
No.
It don't look like it works.
That's
It's all you ain't press the button when you
Oh,
want.
well, I didn't try. It looked like it was.
But,
last leg.
Thanks, Aunt Chris, for coming through. Coming on the bottom once again. Repeat guest.
That sounded bad.
What, repeat guest?
Nope.
What, coming on?
Coming on the bottom.
Oh, snap.
man.
That lets you know what his mind
See,
is right now.
that's why it's about to be top 50 right
Yeah,
now.
he just called me. He caught me off guard with that. Thank you for coming on this podcast.
Before you leave the podcast, what you watching Revenge of the Bridesmaids for up here? What kind of
Or
Netflix
Mean Girls
queue
2
you
or
got?
Mean Girls.
What kind of Netflix
Hey, that's
queue you got?
you know
going?
that's suggested by what you watch. You know that, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. It just,
That means it's not just
What-
one movie.
what was
it's
this?
a bunch of white chicks is just on. But
Oh,
it's a bunch
white
of other
chicks was
movies.
on?
Yeah.
I didn't even
Bro,
put
we've been
White
here for
Chicks
an hour
on.
and a half, and White Chick's been on the
How long
whole
it been
time.
on?
But
I didn't even cut White Chicks on though.
Yeah, it's been on for a while.
What did I
It's
cut?
been
who
on.
put on White Chicks? Freddie?
When I got here, it was
It was-
already on.
I didn't even cut it on.
Freddie was like, wanted to watch the one.
Oh, I know who cut it on and cut it on. I probably wouldn't give him some water or something.
You put on Tropic Thunder, didn't you?
Yeah, Tropic Thunder. Did that finish?
No, we haven't been here 3 hours.
Tropic Thunder ain't 3 hours.
Well, this and Tropic Thunder. It's 2 movies.
It's 11:30.
And Chris got here at 9:30 on Black People Time.
I got
Yeah, you-
9:22.
Oh yeah, I started Tropic Thunder
Don't
like
try
it.
to shove
it
me
was
my
like
email.
Oh wait, no, I started when he got here. Yeah, but thank y'all for coming through again, fellas. Don't forget to check us out on iTunes, Spreaker, whatever else you listen to us on. And shout out to Jerry, he couldn't be here.
Where you at, Jerry?
Shout out to Jerry. It's my dude.
Ain't right about now. He probably asleep.
No, you got a baby.
He probably
up
ice
right
and
now.
hot, and Ben Gay and went to sleep.
You better
Yeah.
call him and tell him about Freddie.
Alright.
Like Fresh Prince did DJ Jazzy Jeff.
I don't think Freddie was going in the hoods in New Orleans.
He
Yeah.
was in Bel Air.
Yeah, no, I think like the Candyman probably was down there in New Orleans.
Oh,
You remember
really?
Candyman?
He started Candyman. That's some funny stuff. He
But,
kept them bees though.
But thank y'all for getting us ranked. Thank you for everybody who tuned in and spread the word about this. Don't forget to do that for this one too.
Hey, you're welcome for getting you ranked, by the way.
Oh man, thank y'all.
Yeah.
So it went well without y'all. It shouldn't tell
No,
what
it was
to
just
be.
me.
Hey,
I said without y'all, and tell
Did
what
you
it
ever
should
rank
be.
the episodes? Like who got the most likes in what episode?
No.
You
I
should
ain't
do
never
that.
rank
Actually,
I
rank
rank
them.
them.
I ain't never
We'll
did
see who
that.
got
That's too
you in the
much.
top
That's
50.
too much work. But thank all y'all. And the inspirational quote before we go: life is not about waiting for the storm to pass. It is about learning to dance in the rain. But once you think about it, up here in Seattle, you don't got a choice but to dance in the rain.
9 months out the year.
Yeah.
People still don't know how to drive in it.
Man, who you telling? That's a dang shame right there.
I don't know.
But once again, thank y'all, and we out. Cool.
This has been a Fat Moles Radio production. To hear more shows like this, go to soundcloud.com/fatmolesradio.